Corinthia, Corinthia Underwood. Happy birthday to my little sister, man. My little sister India Underwood. My sister from another mother. She turns 31 years old today. So that's a wink. I ain't never get a chance to meet her in '96. Main two people I already met in December of '96 was my other sister Ashley Blackmon and her mother Kisha Blackmon, who happened to be another stepmother of mine. Me and my sister already got approached by them before we had to go get the car with my cousins. So the limo driver had to take all of us to my grandmother's funeral. You know what I mean? The funeral of my grandmother, Esther May Calloway Shaw. You know what I mean? Born March 7, 1943, died on December 26, 1996, just like John Benet Ramsey. Alright, this is a song that Chris McKee did. This is a song Chris McKee did once. Shoots of wet, fucking quick, God strikes again. Let's stop with the fucking get the fucking way. You get out of my life. Call me some step. That's that same shit that they play. That's the shit they use. That's my tricks, just like I like it.
In the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham, tragedy, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world.
Yes. We're going neck and neck. Where? We're going neck and neck. My shit. We're going neck and neck. That's take your place today.
The time, the hours near, never wanna sort of regret from senseless fears. There's something inside me that is antagonizing. Take all your shots and never stop, not until the headstone shows you've had enough. Don't let up your fighting till the white flags are flying. This is your last regret. We're gonna break these chains and make it next. Believe me when I say I'm not sorry. This is your last regret. We're gonna break these chains and make it next. So step on up and take your place today. Yeah. You had enough to dig yourself, nothing but a vagabond, a vagabond. You try to confide it, but you'll never deny it. Above and below, the cattle break down into a stampede. Now we've had enough. The war drums keep calling as the battle keeps rolling.
You know what to do it. Step on up and take your place today. What are you doing?
This is your last regret. We're gonna break these chains and make it next. Believe me when I say I'm not sorry. This is your last regret. We're gonna break these chains and make it next. So step on up and take your place today. I'm not afraid, but you'll never get inside me. Erase me, take me. You're never gonna fucking kill it straight. I'm burnt out, I'm broke down, I'm checked out. I'm telling you that something's gonna get loud.
That was some Texas toast, you know. Smoke turkey ham.
This is your last regret. We're gonna break these chains and make it next. Believe me when I say I'm not sorry. This is your last regret. We're gonna break these chains and make it next. So step on up and take your place today.
Another song. Shit. Remember that shit.
That's why I've become without a song. This is an endless night. I can't deny it. I can't just fake it. I only know how to pull myself apart. I go this far, but I hope the stars over now. Run away all the time. Find a place where I can never I'll never become me. Cause I'm losing my mind.
Think about music. Yeah, man, I gotta go to school, bro.
Don't call my name.
You know what I mean?
Don't whisper name. Our love is dirty anymore. Never thought I'd go this far.
What, they can make my biggest out of those.
I never thought I'd hurt so bad. Thank God it's over now.
There's no cheese stuff on.
I'm losing my mind, running out of time. I hope it's a part of you seeing me. I'm losing my mind, running out of time. I'm hoping somebody will save me.
Was our next round for this song. WWE SmackDown and AEW Rampage post show. WWE on SmackDown post show. I don't know if it goes AEW Rampage. But I don't know if JD's gonna go. I don't know if JD's gonna go through with it. And so this show could be on 2 hours around Thursday or Tuesday. They need to make it happen. Turn Network needs to make it happen, bro. Keep away from fucking Waka and Tammy, bro. Hey, JD, what you think about this awful go home show, SmackDown before Clash at Castle? What you think about that, bro? What you think about that, bro?
First order of business, man. I'm gonna need everybody already waiting for me at the venue. I need you to hit the thumbs up.
I already hit that one.
This is gonna be a very, very, very long wrestling Labor Day weekend, man. I need you to start the weekend off right. I need 1,000 likes minimum. Minimum.
Go do it.
Like when I go to the bar, man, I need at least 4 old-fashioned minimum.
Yep, they did. But they do.
SmackDown tonight, man, taped. It looked taped, it felt taped, but that first hour was nice, man.
It was nice.
We got a Viking no DQ Viking rules match.
They kicked it off, bro.
That was the
they kicked
best
off.
presentation.
They kicked it off last night with that shit.
Of the Viking Raiders I think I've seen on the main roster.
That's enough for them.
Where have those Viking Raiders been? Karrion Kross finally got his entrance back. Oh, my goodness. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And we got Drew
Just like
McIntyre,
Hennessy.
Roman Reigns celebrating 2 years of Roman Reigns as the Universal Heavyweight Champion.
It's like the Hennessy, bro.
Does Drew McIntyre take that title from him tomorrow afternoon? And on AEW Rampage, Tony Khan is set to deliver All Out on Sunday, and it looks like it's going to be 16 hours long. Why?
Probably 30 minutes.
Why? You know what else is long? The line at the bar at the venue, man. I got to get over there because Jesse is causing a shit show, bro. But I got one question for you before I get the hell out of here, man. I got my cold beverage. I don't know about you guys, but I got one question for you. What the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
Yep. I know what you do at the end, but I thought Smack was awful, but I don't know. It was, first album might be good, but I don't know what album. That's the script, man. Clash of Castle poster might be coming up. You know? About a long time.
Why is AEW successful?
Why?
Why is Tony Khan running his promotion better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard are running Monday night and Friday night? Long-term booking.
To us.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Friday night SmackDown.
I hate to do this live show based on this.
Rampage post show for September 2nd, 2000.
I hate to be doing this, bro, but I had to do this for my sister, bro.
As always,
I had to do this for my sister, bro.
Beer Garden. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Friday evenings, wherever you may be. It's going to be a very, very busy weekend, man. WWE, AEW, they got 2 major pay-per-views happening back-to-back nights. We got Clash at the Castle on Saturday afternoon, probably WWE's biggest show.
That's probably for today.
Year. I'm more excited for Clash than I am for a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania or a Royal Rumble this year. There's a lot to like about Saturday's show, and there is always the possibility of a return or two. I don't know what Triple H is going to do. I don't know what Triple H has up his sleeve, but it's going to be a memorable show, and it's going to be a very newsworthy show. I will be live tomorrow afternoon. I will be live tweeting along with the show, and we're going to do it, and we're going to do it big tomorrow on Off the Script, so make sure you guys RSVP. I will have that stream up. And the chat will be open all night. I'm going to set that up immediately after I'm done here. SmackDown, on the other hand, tonight, it was all right. Nothing over the top. It wasn't really anything newsworthy. It was a taped show from last week. And everybody flew out. The WWE crew flew out to Cardiff and that's why the show was not live tonight. But the big thing that happened on tonight's show, we got the in-ring debut of Karrion Kross. We got him back returning to old form, the old form of
Cardiff?
what Triple H had envisioned with him in NXT.
Oh, fuck, they going
We
to
got
Cardiff.
a great tag team match with the Viking Raiders and the New Day, probably the best the Viking Raiders have looked in all their years on the main roster. They have not looked that good since the days of Black and Gold.
That feud needs to end with them.
So very happy to see that. We also got Ronda Rousey. She is no longer suspended per storyline in WWE. They reinstated her on SmackDown. Baron Corbin seems to be undergoing a gimmick change or a character change of sorts. They may be aligning him with JBL. I think that could be a good thing for Baron Corbin. It's got a lot of possibility there.
He's
being
in
how
JBL's
JBL
limo?
is a complete prick.
Baron Corbin's in JBL's
Baron
limo,
Corbin
bro?
turning into somewhat of a, I would say, kind of a $1 million man-esque character could really work for him if he's going to be aligned with JBL.
Corbin's blown the fuck out. Now he still had to take a ride with
Drew McIntyre
JBL.
and the whole celebration of Roman Reigns. He did not even make the celebration.
No, he didn't.
Which actually raises some concern about where Drew McIntyre fits into tomorrow's plans at Clash of the Castle. Usually, if you guys follow Pro Wrestling 101 and the wrestling textbook, it doesn't bode well for Drew McIntyre.
Roman Reigns come out the car, he's
He got the one up on the heels, which doesn't really mean that he's going into the pay-per-view to be oh so successful.
Yeah.
So we will see what happens there, but that mega match is happening, and it is going to be an unpredictable one. And we will talk about that as well, and so much more coming out of that SmackDown show going into Clash of the Castle. On Rampage, we didn't really get much of anything. It was a chaotic show.
It's chaotic.
It was 1 hour. Tony Khan wanted to really drive the final sell home for All Out, which I don't really think
it was
he can do on that
chaos.
Rampage. I think
It was
everybody kind of
chaos.
determines
It was
if
chaos.
they're excited or not coming out of the Dynamite show. Yeah, he loaded the show up.
fucking
There was a
chaos
lot of
on Rampage.
you know,
That's
nothing on the
fucking
show. We
chaos.
got the trios semifinal match, the final, in fact, trios semifinal
That's
match.
chaos
Very
there.
predictable, but they did their best to really make it seem unpredictable. Adam Page and the Dark Order advance to the finals. They'll get the Elite at the pay-per-view.
The Elite.
We got more matches
boy.
added to 0 Hour. We'll go over what
The
they
Elite
are.
in Dark Order, bro.
Athena and Jake Cargill had a very, very good sit-down.
They better have
I wish
that
it was
one.
longer. I really wish they gave the women a little bit longer to get their points across, but
Yeah.
it did come off very, very well in the little that we got.
Yeah, they do that,
I'm excited to see what Athena does with Jade at the pay-per-view for the TBS Championship. And it was just a lot. They put a lot
Probably
on
a
that
lot.
show. Nothing really overly memorable about Rampage, but it was live, and it was live from Chicago and the Now Arena, so they did have that going for them as well. I'll briefly mention the shit about Malachi Black. I'll mention what had been in the news
There's
there.
rumors about
I'll
Malachi
talk
Black,
about
bro.
a little bit of the Triple H interview with Ariel Helwani today, which I did watch all of it today. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And we got a lot to talk about tonight on Off the
Why
Script.
did Bobby
Thank you
Fish?
so very much
Why
for
did
joining
Bobby
me
Fish
on
had to go
your
tell the
Friday
fucking
evenings.
interviewer
Like I said, it's gonna be
a
a
two-man
very,
power
very,
trip
very,
podcast?
very
They
busy
said that
weekend.
I will go to
And I'm
war
glad that you
for
have
with
chosen
Triple
Off the
or with
Script
Triple
for
H
all
or whatever.
of your Pro Wrestling Labor Day weekend.
Why the fuck did Bobby Fish tell?
We got some
tell
great
us
shit
interviewer
coming up,
that
man.
he
Tonight's
could go
show
to war for
sponsored by
Triple H or
DraftKings.
with Triple H.
DraftKings is a big partner for Off the Scripts, and you guys can sign up and get a share or try and win a share of that $10,000 pot.
I'm not going to
If
play
you
a
guess the
song
correct
after this.
answers for
After this,
Clash of the Castle, man, all you're going to
this,
do is
thing.
download the DraftKings app.
I'm gonna leave the song too
You're going to use promo code JD from NY, and you're going to answer the questions like I know you will, because I teach you guys very, very well all week long.
People on YouTube might tell
And
me,
you
"Hey,
guys
James,
should
lay
have
off-
a great
lay off-
chance
lay
at
off the
winning at
fucking songs and all
$10,000.
that."
DraftKings, the official sponsor of WWE and Off the
Or
Scripts.
I'll-
I want to
or I'll
thank them
just
for
have
sponsoring
your video
at
blocked
least
or whatever.
the SmackDown portion of this show.
With copyright
I
claim,
appreciate
whatever.
you guys very, very,
By the
very
time you
much for
stop
that.
doing
Follow me on social
I
media
got that. I'm doing the
at JD
videos.
from NY206. That's Twitter,
I'm doing this
Instagram,
also based
TikTok,
on
and
JD right
Cameo.
now.
Shout out to all my fans on Cameo, man. You guys are absolutely killing it over there. I love it. Links for everything as far as social media is concerned
One,
down
YouTube,
in the description
fuck you
below.
and your copyright claims.
1,000 likes, man. I see 634 likes. I don't know why. I need those thumbs up. If you enjoy the podcast, I need you to hit that thumbs up. I need 1,000 likes minimum. That is the goal for tonight's show. Super chats are open. Get them on in. We'll hang out with our cold beverages at the end of the show. Memberships are still open. As always, they're always open. Get them on in if you guys want to be a VIP right here on OTS.
VIP is there,
You guys got new emotes coming. I actually hit up my boys over at DV8 Design. I was originally giving you 5 new emotes. You guys are now getting 7.
Shit.
You guys are getting 7 emotes.
DV8
plus
Designs.
2 new badges, man. It is going to be tremendous.
Oh, shit.
So you guys want access to all those new emotes, plus the old ones, and those custom badges. We're doing custom badges for 36 and 48 months.
I'll do with the old and then with the new, bro.
So make sure you guys hit that join button. Get in on the fun. And you guys are open for the members-only chat on Sundays when we go live with the flagship podcast.
Out with the old and in with the new.
All comes with the membership of the channel. So make sure you guys go and hit that join button and become a channel member right here on Off the Script. Today we did an extra. We went really, really, really in-depth about the Malachi Black asking for his release.
I'll deal with that with the I'll deal with that on the next video.
We also talked about Velveteen Dream getting arrested. We talked about Adam Cole possibly showing up at the pay-per-view. We talked about Bobby Fish and an update on him being a free agent and Kyle O'Reilly getting neck fusion surgery. All that in the extra today. Go and check that out on the homepage if you missed any of that stuff. Good stuff coming out of OTS today.
Shit, I forgot to charge my phone.
And I'm going to need you to hit that subscribe button down below. We are very, very close to 137,000 subscribers.
I forgot to charge that bitch. I forgot to charge that motherfucker.
Let's start at the top, man. SmackDown. We go into the Viking Rules match.
Viking Rules.
This is the Viking Raiders versus the New Day. Viking Rules match. And I didn't think I was going to enjoy this as much as I did, but I thought this was fucking great. I thought this was awesome.
Yeah.
And shout out to WWE Creative. I don't know whose idea it was to transform the ring into a legit Viking ship.
Yeah.
At the front end of the ship, I don't fish. I don't know any boating terms. Whatever the front end of the ship is.
Oh, you don't?
That's what they did.
Oh, you don't, baby?
And they transformed the ring tonight into a very, very good-looking Viking ship prop. There were shields, Viking shields, all along the ring apron of the ring. And this was awesome.
Yeah.
This was absolutely awesome. This is exactly what I want when it comes to these, Viking rules matches or whatever the case may be.
They've even done that before. WWE, where you have these
It's
rules.
nothing more than a no DQ match.
It's a Viking rules.
I thought
Viking rules
the presentation of this was awesome. And it really aided in getting the Viking Raiders over the bow. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Starboard? Okay.
That's a starboard.
Thank you, guys. I'm assuming you guys are boaters or you are a fan of nautical bullshit. Whatever the case may be. I'm an admirer of a good boat, a nice-looking boat. But I don't know any of the boating terms. But I thought the presentation was great. The reason why I thought the presentation was great and why it really aided both teams is because the Viking Raiders really haven't looked all that impressive at all, especially under Vince McMahon. As soon as Triple H got in there, man, those are his boys. And I know Triple H has seen them die 1,000 deaths on the main roster. I'm assuming that they are now the recipients of Triple H and what they did for him in black and gold.
Yeah.
It really made the Viking Raiders look dominant.
Yeah.
It really did. It played into their gimmick. It's their match. It's their rules. And you should have something aesthetically to go and give them that extra edge, that extra home field advantage.
And the Vikings,
I thought this was great.
The New Day.
How many times have I said it on this podcast?
And the Viking rules.
When the New Day is physical and the New Day is stern and they're very focused. Viking
Raiders match that.
The New Day is
awesome. Outmatched the New Day.
I think they're awesome in general, but the jokes get a little old and the comedy gets a little hokey and it's a little cheesy and cringe.
It's stale.
But when they are serious, like they were tonight, the New Day is just as good as anybody. So I thought both of these teams absolutely killed it tonight, and this was a really fun no DQ Viking rules match. It went almost 20 minutes. 20 minutes they gave these two teams. When did you recall
Whoa,
a
20 minutes?
tag team match
20 fucking minutes?
in WWE before Triple H took
Whoa,
it? I don't even
man.
think that
20
was even a
fucking
fucking
minutes?
possibility. I don't. This went 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Excellent
20
stuff.
minutes? Why?
New Day had the early advantage. They were taking it to the Raiders early. They followed up with a couple of double flip dives at the same time. Kingston took one of the shields and held it over Eric's face. Woods hit a running back body drop against the barricade. Kingston then hit a frog splash off the barricade onto Ivar for a near fall. This is basically Kingston getting revenge on Ivar for doing the same thing to him not only a week ago.
Big 20-minute matchup.
Woods hit a flying crossbody onto the Viking Raiders in the crowd. They fought in the crowd, and then they started brawling back to the ring. Ivar hit a running crossbody on Woods against the barricade in the crowd. It did not break the barricade. Jessica Carr, the referee, was in the crowd, counting 1, 2, only gets a 2 count there by Ivar.
They
finally back in the ring.
do not want to give up, don't they?
Eric had, I was going to say Eddie Kingston, Kofi Kingston.
No, don't mention
Kofi
Eddie
Kingston.
Kingston.
So Ivar could hit him with a kendo stick. Fans broke into a "We Want Tables" chant. That's the theme with all these no rules matches. They want tables.
That's what they did.
So you got to produce tables.
They want tables.
Kingston recovered. He went wild with some offense. He then hit Eric with a sledgehammer. It was a unicorn horn.
A unicorn horn sledgehammer.
I see that fucking sledgehammer. New Day pulled out 2 tables to a massive pop. They gave the fans what they want. You got to give them what they want.
Yeah, give
Eric
them
then
something.
slammed Ivar into Kingston on the dragon boat. The bow,
dragon boat.
Or the starboard.
Oh, man. Starboard dragon boat. Woods
caught Eric with a DDT. Woods then briefly fought back. The Raiders took over on the New Day.
Neck and neck, folks.
Ivar hit a slam off the middle rope, but Kingston broke up the pin attempt with a double stomp. Ivar stacked the tables in front of the dragon boat on the outside. He stacked one table on top of the other, and this only means bad things when you see double stacked tables. So Woods, he was firing up with some offense. He had a senton on Eric. Woods brought in a chair, set it up in the ring. New Day gave Eric a double drop toe hold onto the chair. Mm-hmm. Ivar broke up the pin attempt when they went to go cover Eric. Ivar missed a huge moonsault. He was going for a Vader splash. He goes up to the top.
It's Vader time!
Moonsault. To see Ivar do a moonsault like that in execution is just impressive because he's not a small guy.
No.
So he missed this huge moonsault. He crashed to the mat. Kingston hit a splash. Woods walked the rope, hit his big flying elbow. He goes for a cover and only gets a 2 count.
I seen that.
So Woods and Kingston then dove onto the Raiders, and now they're on the outside. They're on the Viking part of the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Raiders regain control, toss Kingston onto this front part of the ship here.
Oh.
Woods attempted to powerbomb Eric off the ship through the stacked tables. Ivar made the save and took out Woods with one of the Viking shields. Kingston recovered. Ivar took him out with a shield shot, broke the shield over his head. Viking Raiders lifted up Woods and gave him a double power bomb through both tables.
Oh!
And that was it. It looked fucking brutal. They called that the Ragnarok, I think they call it. Double power bomb. 1, 2, 3. And the Viking Raiders get the victory over the New Day, which I'm actually surprised.
For 20 fucking minutes!
I'm surprised the Viking Raiders had this themed match that went with their gimmick and their whole shtick, and they actually beat the Viking Raiders. Or beat the New Day, rather. The Viking Raiders beat the New Day. I was surprised by that. I thought after all that the Viking Raiders did to the New Day, that the New Day were going to get back at them and get their revenge in their gimmicked theme match.
That feud could have been over with. That feud could have been fucking over with.
The Viking Raiders, under Triple H, it looks to me like they're going to be taken care of. And that was it.
It had to be taken care of. Yes.
I'm really happy to see them thriving. I didn't give them a chance in hell with this new gimmick under Vince McMahon, but the way that they are being presented right now, this was the best the Viking Raiders have ever looked on the main roster.
Yeah. And
I don't know what's going to happen with the tag team titles. I don't know what's going to happen with the tag team division.
Well, Jimmy and Jey Uso.
The way the Viking Raiders look tonight, they should absolutely be a major part of whatever the revitalization of the tag team division is going to be.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
Yeah.
And the New Day, this is exactly what the New Day needs to be doing. The New Day needs to be putting over the other teams in the division, which right now there really isn't any. You got the Maximum Male Models. You got the Viking Raiders. You got the New Day.
And
right, that's 3 teams. You got Hit Row. The Usos. There really isn't any real competition for the Usos.
None.
They're just waiting and biding their time to get the Usos into a program with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Not
So
now,
hopefully
825
there is a
nunnery.
solid plan for the tag team division because you had 2 of the very best tag teams in all of pro wrestling here tonight in this match. And that's what I want to say.
Shut up.
If this match told you anything, it needs to be revitalized in WWE. Tag team wrestling needs to be revitalized in WWE.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy for the Viking Raiders. I thought they looked great. Again, man, Triple H taking over. These 2 guys are counting their lucky stars that Triple H took over.
Yeah.
These guys would have been on the unemployment line if Vince had his way with the Viking Raiders. There was no way that this gimmick and this team was getting over. Under Triple H, that's a completely different story, and I'm happy to see that. Paul Heyman, he narrated part 1 of 3, a video package documenting Roman Reigns.
The
And how he
narration.
got here for 2 years holding the Universal Championship.
The narration
He
of
touted over 23 title defenses against 14 world-class superstars. And he went over all the superstars that Roman Reigns had basically slayed
the
on
Paul
his way
E.
to holding the
Dangerously
Universal
narration.
Championship for 2 years.
How
this was
dangerous
a common
is that?
theme throughout the show. They wanted to really build up
Paul
to the final
Heyman,
segment, which
bruh.
was the 2-year celebration
His
of Roman Reigns
narration,
holding the Universal
oh.
Championship. Backstage, after this video
2-year
package aired, we got
anniversary
Sami Zayn.
of Roman Reigns.
Sammy walked up to the Usos backstage. He was
Reigns
dressed in this
Universal
really,
Champion.
really slick suit with Sami Zayn. His hair was in a bun.
Yeah.
Jimmy was happy to see him, which has been a common theme.
Jay is not
Jimmy
happy.
seems to enjoy Sami Zayn being
Jay is not. Jay is not.
Jay Uso cannot stand Sami Zayn.
Jay Uso's not
Jay
enjoying
said
it.
Paul Heyman wouldn't be
Jey
there
Uso's
because he's
not
still
enjoying
recovering
that.
from Brock Lesnar slamming him through the table at SummerSlam. He told them about the plans he was preparing for Roman Reigns. Sami Zayn told them. He blew up photos of, the best moments of Roman Reigns' title run. Jay asked Sami why he has time to plan a party but not help him against Kevin Owens. So clearly they made a comment about the situation that happened on Monday. The Usos wanted Sami Zayn to help them against Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are real-life best friends, and Sami Zayn couldn't do that to his real-life best friend, Kevin Owens.
Couldn't do that?
Couldn't do it.
Scary.
So the tug of war now with Sami Zayn, where he's going to be aligned and where his allegiance is it the Usos or is it Kevin Owens? We got step 1 of that on Monday Night Raw, and he showed us that he's with Kevin Owens and he's not with the Usos. So they clearly threw a jab at him tonight, and Jay doesn't want anything to do with Sami Zayn. He even told Sami Zayn, Oos, you're getting a little too comfortable in the bloodline. You're not even really in the bloodline. And Jimmy was like, getting that instantly. Listen, this is about Roman. Tonight is about Roman. It's not about Sami. It's not about us. So Sami and Jey Uso, they are not on the same page. And that's going to really be a focus of this storyline moving forward. Jay was angry. He left. And Jimmy, like I said, he enjoys the company of Sami Zayn. At least one of the Usos does.
Jimmy enjoys it, but Jay's not.
Kayla Braxton. She interviewed Shayna Baszler backstage.
The bisexual.
Baszler is wrestling Liv Morgan
broadcaster.
tomorrow afternoon for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Shayna Baszler, in all my honesty, needs to win that Women's Championship.
And Kayla runs away.
I don't know how you guys feel about Liv Morgan.
And Kayla runs
Liv Morgan
away.
and her title run has
and Liv
basically
Morgan ran to Shayna
I think Liv is
Baszler.
great. I'm a Liv Morgan fan. But Liv Morgan is not doing anything for me. She's not making that title look better by holding it.
Yeah.
That's just the God-honest truth.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan hasn't really done much of anything with the championship, and I don't think she is going to beat Shayna Baszler clean. And if she beats somebody else through nefarious means and she cheats to win and takes the cheap way out, we're basically looking at a complete meltdown of Liv Morgan's babyface run.
Yeah.
We cannot do the same thing again.
No.
They already have 2 strikes against Liv Morgan, 2.
Yeah.
They gave her the Money in the Bank briefcase. They had her pin Ronda Rousey via Money in the Bank cash-in, which, I mean, it was great in the moment, but looking back at it, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, right? She beat Ronda Rousey after she wrestled a 10-minute or so match against Natalya. Fine. That's something a heel would do, not a babyface. Then they got Liv Morgan wrestling Ronda Rousey again at SummerSlam, and they fucked the finish up where Ronda had an armbar on Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan tapped, but the referee didn't see the tap. He opted to count Ronda Rousey's shoulder to the mat, 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, Liv Morgan was tapping out, but he didn't see it. And Liv Morgan, week after week, she's saying, you got to kill me to take this championship away from me.
The ref fucked it up.
I'm going to have to be dead for you to pry this title away
fucked it up. Now you guys so fucking beat up.
She clearly was a hypocrite. She clearly needs to listen to her own words. Whatever she said to everybody was very wrong. We cannot trust Liv Morgan anymore. She's
that referee on this job.
So this led to a couple of audiences along the way shitting on Liv Morgan.
Maybe.
And they were booing Liv Morgan, and they're not for Liv Morgan. Ronda Rousey, in fact, has gotten more popular since she's kind of been able to be herself. Maybe. She gave all of the waving and the high-fiving and the smiling up, and now people are now associating with Ronda a little bit more than Vince McMahon's vision of Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
This is the Ronda that we want. This is the best Ronda. But Liv Morgan, she hasn't done jack shit with that championship.
She ain't do nothing
since she's won it. And to me, I don't think she deserves it anymore.
No, I don't want it.
Plus, the better story is Shayna and Ronda and whatever they have going on. That's something I much rather see than fucking Liv Morgan going into matches against women that realistically she has no shot of winning against.
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler says she's going to make Liv Morgan suffer and tear her apart limb from limb, crank and twist until Liv is crying and begging her to stop.
Yeah.
Liv walked up to her and cut this garbage promo.
Yeah.
Terrible promo against Shayna and said no matter what, she is not afraid.
Yeah.
She said she won't quit and actually plans to rip Baszler's arm off. Baszler said, I'd love to see you try. Liv Morgan is a very beautiful woman. The Liv Morgan promo against Shayna and Liv Morgan's voice and the believability and the tone of her voice does not match with the words that are coming out of her mouth.
That tone.
It doesn't match. She can stand there and hold the championship and look Shayna Baszler or someone like Shayna Baszler in the eyes and tell her exactly what she said tonight, and none of it is believable. None of it. But this is who the social media fucking geeks want as your champion.
That's how the idiots
want. I don't think it's working out.
That's how these geeks,
we need to get somebody in there that's believable
want.
Because the shit that Liv Morgan said tonight is a fucking joke.
Fucking piece of shit don't know. Fucking piece of shit wanted it.
Karrion Kross. He went one-on-one with Drew Gulak. The entrance of Kross landed, I would say, probably more so than the match.
Boy.
It was longer than the match against Drew Gulak. His entrance was longer than his match with Drew Gulak.
Man, Gulak got fucking squashed by Kross. I was waiting
to see what the presentation would be like.
Gulak got squashed by Kross.
I knew that Triple H was going to do it right and basically pick up where he left off.
Gulak.
Karrion Kross in NXT.
Gulak can't fucking win.
This was fantastic. Scarlett comes out singing the theme. You see the smoke. And you see the carrion bird flying on the big screen.
Yeah, the bird.
She's walking down the aisle, and you see him come through the mist. And she's walking down the aisle, and the lights in the arena go out, and you don't see his figure anymore. She gets in the ring, and she starts singing the theme. And then when the theme music hits its note, then you see him emerge from the background and emerge from behind Scarlett.
Yeah.
And he does his thing in the ring where he pounds his chest like a fucking barbarian.
Yeah.
It's absolutely great.
That's what barbarians do.
It's absolutely great. You can imagine what Triple H has planned for him on a bigger stage than just a random episode of SmackDown.
That's what barbarians do.
I'm watching this, and just like everybody else, I'm asking myself, how did this not make it to Vince McMahon's SmackDown? Or Vince McMahon's Raw?
or Vince McMahon's.
I'm looking at this and I'm asking myself,
the regime,
was there a need to change this? Why was this changed? Karrion Kross, in his in-ring debut on SmackDown since being back with the company, was the very thing that should have been months ago when he was let go.
Yeah.
Last November, I believe he was let go.
Last year.
No reason to change it whatsoever.
Yeah.
You talk about Triple H statements. Triple H has made a lot of statements.
Yeah.
Ricochet opening the show on that first week he ran SmackDown, that was a statement.
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler quickly becoming the number one contender against Liv Morgan, that was a statement. Hit Row coming back, that was a statement.
Yeah.
Getting people their first names back, that was a statement.
Yeah.
Commentary out there saying hospital and wrestling, and wrestling being a dirty word that is no longer dirty, that's a statement. Several different statements. The Intercontinental title being brought back to prominence, statement.
Yeah.
The United States title being a little bit more important than it was, statement.
Yeah.
This was a statement.
That part.
This was a huge statement to Vince McMahon. This is Triple H basically telling everybody, and I'm glad, and I said this weeks ago, I'm glad Bruce Pritchard is still there to see this shit unravel right before his very eyes. Because he was as guilty as everybody else that did Karrion Kross dirty. They called him up and they put him in suspenders. They had him cut his hair. They put him in a fucking demolition mask that looked like it was fucking $2.99 on the shelf at fucking Halloween stores. He's still there, and he was as guilty as everybody else.
Kross hates that.
This guy.
Kross hates that helmet, bro.
Took the entrance away from him.
Nobody wants that piece of shit, brother.
Just because of who he was and where he came from. He's watching all of this, and he's seeing all of this now play out as it should have been. His Karrion Kross entrance was a fucking statement.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me, says Triple H.
Yeah.
This is my guy, and this is the way it's going to be, and this is the way it should have been. I don't understand you. Good. This is a beautiful thing. And I must say, some people prefer Kross without the hair. Some people prefer him as Mr. Clean. I think he looks better with the hair. He looks more menacing with the hair than he does without it. He looks huge. How you look at somebody like that and don't want to use him on the main roster in a prominent role? How you look at Scarlett Bordeaux and not want her on your television? I don't really understand that. She's playing the role that she needs to. Kross is in the role that he's going to be in.
Bootleggers that WWE became off.
I love it. Don't change or don't fix what is not broken. Seriously.
Good, stay the way it is.
Karrion Kross beat Drew Gulak in 1 minute. Straight jacket sleeper, and that was basically it. Even Drew Gulak. You know what I would do with Drew Gulak, man? You know Drew Gulak is a great wrestler. Drew Gulak, a lot of people are like, oh, there's nothing different with Drew Gulak under the Triple H administration, just like the Vince McMahon administration. You know, Alpha Academy is looking for new recruits. I would absolutely move Drew Gulak over to Monday Night Raw, and I would pair him with Chad Gable and the Alpha Academy. That's what I would do with him. He would fit in there like a fucking glove.
Yeah, he was go.
And I start to see a lot of these trios absolutely becoming a thing on WWE television. Maybe it's just my imagination. But I want to think that, after today's interview with Ariel Helwani, Triple H says, do I watch AEW? Yes, I watch AEW. Do I watch it every week? No. But when something happens over there, I get told, and when we do something similar to them, it's like a mere coincidence. It's like they're on the same wavelength. Is it me, or do you start to get a sense that Triple H is possibly getting a couple of trios involved in certain aspects of WWE television? It could be. It was something that we didn't like about AEW. Everybody was in a fucking faction. Everybody was in a trio. We didn't know then. Now we know what Tony Khan was doing. But I kind of get a sense that WWE may be venturing down that same path.
They did.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And I do think WWE could benefit from that. I do. I really do. I would absolutely move Drew Gulak over to Monday Night Raw, and I would put him with Chad Gable and Otis and put him in the Alpha Academy. Ronda Rousey. She made her entrance. Ronda Rousey.
Wow.
She's gotten a tad bit better in her promo because she's allowed to be herself now. This is exactly what you want out of Ronda Rousey.
The judgment.
Ronda Rousey made her entrance.
The final
and
judgment.
She had an envelope.
At
She's in the middle of the ring, had an envelope. She held it up.
the reinstation of her.
She had an official statement regarding her suspension.
The reinstation.
She asked Adam Pearce to walk out because she wanted to read it
reinstation
there in the ring. She wanted him to read it to her.
They reinstated
in
her.
the middle of the ring.
They reinstated her in real
She
life.
sarcastically called him her close personal friend.
Wow.
He says it's never been, that way. No matter
A
what
close
decision
friend, huh?
he has made,
Adam Pearce was like
not
buddies
been personal.
with people.
He has no personal right against
Ronda
Ronda Rousey.
Bro.
She said it was his decision to have her arrested. He said it was her actions that prompted that, and there are protocols to follow here in WWE.
The one about pay grade.
Rousey asked if she can call him Adam, since they are now on a first-name basis, being that, she got taken out of the building, she was arrested and suspended. He said they could have handled this in his office. She asked him to read the letter out loud. Pearce began reading the statement, which said her behavior has been unprofessional. Rousey said that was subjective. Pearce continued, saying that her behavior has been, criminal. It never approached criminal. She shouldn't have been arrested, so she'll remain on probation. But as of September 2nd, she can resume wrestling for World Wrestling Entertainment. Pearce said the statement is absurd. He said she is a danger to everyone, and she held the show hostage, and it was his duty to call the police. He said if it was up to him, he wouldn't have suspended her. He would have fired Ronda Rousey. She asked if the board would value his opinion over the most recognizable female athlete in history. She got in his face and said, "You can kiss my ass." Pearce asked if this was a joke to her.
Steve
He
Austin.
got worked up and
The
then
Steve
cut
Austin
one hell of a
thing.
promo.
The Steve
on
Austin
Ronda Rousey.
thing. Yeah.
He got worked up and said his job isn't easy. He said for 52 weeks a year, 2 shows on 2 different networks, he has to make sure everything runs smooth.
Ronda Rousey
He said
pulled
nobody ever thanks him for a job well done.
Ronda Rousey
Nobody
pulled a
walks
Stone
to the back and
Cold.
says, "Thank you, Adam."
Ronda
He told
Rousey
fans
just
to
pulled
shut up
Stone
because
Cold
they
Steve
were heckling
Austin.
him. He then said he wished someone from the office
The
would
bitch
come do
pulled
his
Steve
job,
Austin on-
but he
on
knows that
Adam.
if they did, they couldn't. He said he's
The bitch
proud
pulled
of the
Steve
work he
Austin on
does,
Adam.
but he doesn't like working for people who don't appreciate his work. Adam Pearce got very animated here. He cut one hell of a promo on Ronda Rousey. But you knew where this was going to go. He said Rousey needs to have things her way and walks around here like she owns the joint. He said she's the single biggest bitch I have ever met. They want to call you the baddest woman on the planet.
He calling her a bitch?
I call you the single biggest bitch that I've ever met.
Adam just called Ronda a bitch?
It was at that fate.
Adam just
It was
called
at
Ronda
that
a
moment
bitch.
that Adam Pearce knew he fucked up.
Adam called Ronda a bitch.
Now, Adam Page, I don't think Adam Page would say that to Ronda Rousey. I think Adam Page would grab a nice fucking cold beer and share one.
Adam Pearce called Ronda Rousey a
Adam Pearce,
bitch.
on the other hand, he wants to call Ronda Rousey a big bad bitch and then get an armbar.
She hates
for
being
struggles.
called a bitch, but she's one of them.
Ronda Rousey attacked his arm and applied a armbar submission on Mr. Adam Pearce.
Ronda taught Adam a lesson
really
too.
make sense. Honestly,
Ronda ain't playing with him.
Unsuspended her.
Ronda ain't fucking playing with him.
The board of directors unsuspended her, but she goes right back to attacking a head WWE official. So it's almost as if the words on the letter didn't really mean much of anything because she went ahead and did exactly what she was suspended and fined and arrested for. And now this time she's not going to be fined, arrested, or suspended. Doesn't really make any sense. Now, there is news on Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey will not be making it to Clash at the Castle. She will not be in Cardiff. Now, I thought she would absolutely be there and factor in to the Raw Women's Championship match, but that is not the case. She will not be at Cardiff at all. So
she's not going to be
I don't
there.
know what that means for the Shayna Baszler Liv Morgan match. We may end up
It's like
getting somebody
Shayna-
else that isn't Ronda Rousey.
It's just like Seth Rollins and
or
Roman
themselves, I should
Reigns
say, in that
or
women's
banned from
championship
wearing
match.
fucking white
Or maybe
shorts.
this one also ends in a fuck finish, but like I said before, if it ends in a fuck finish, Liv Morgan really isn't going to come out well on the other side of another fuck finish where she takes the cheap road out to win and retain the championship.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what WWE is going to do there, but Ronda Rousey is not going to be in Cardiff for Clash at the Castle.
Good. Ronda's not going to go.
Moving on. We got Sami Zayn. We go back to the Bloodline locker room. Sami Zayn, he is still working over notes for this Roman Reigns celebration. Somebody walks into the locker room and they deliver a bouquet of flowers. They were black.
That came from Karrion Kross, bro.
Hideously.
That's Karrion Kross's
Sammy
flowers.
winced at the smell. He put his nose up to the flowers.
That's Karrion Kross's flowers.
Like and he put them down.
Sammy just picked Karrion Kross's flowers.
He picks up the card that was in the bouquet.
He picked up Karrion Kross's flowers.
The card was signed TikTok.
That's Karrion Kross's flowers.
TikTok. So Karrion Kross and Scarlett sent him dying black flowers that smelled very badly. So this is obviously an ominous sign.
That's Karrion Kross's flowers.
No matter what happens at Clash at the Castle, Karrion Kross is still on Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns coming out of the pay-per-view. Whoever wins that match,
he almost could be on to Sami Zayn too.
Is Karrion Kross at either one of those guys?
Kross is almost on to Zayn too.
The Maximum Male Models. Yep. This is Mansoor and Marseille of the Maximum Male Models. They're out there with Max and Maxine Dupree. They went up against Hit Row. This is Ashante, Theodonis, and Top Dollar with B-Fab. This wasn't anything all that at all. This was a waste of my time.
Versus the Maximum Male Models.
They have the makeup of a possible decent team.
Oh, man.
Minus all the fucking hokey bullshit that they were doing.
The Maximum Male Models.
All this other shit. Lame. If they cut back on the fucking garbage and they actually went in there and actually wrestled like I know Mansoor. Mansoor's a good pro wrestler.
Yeah.
He's in there fucking, doing model poses. This was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's bad.
This was ridiculous.
That was bad.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, though.
At one point, she did a wrecking ball drop kick through the ropes onto, I believe it was Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo who came out and interfered in this match.
Angel and Humberto.
Apparently, they are eyeing Maxine Dupree. So B-Fab went for a missile drop kick, took them out because they were about to interfere in this match. Top Dollar tagged in. He dominated. Ashante drop kick Mace into a suplex by Top Dollar. And took care of the Maximum Male Models.
Took out Angel and Humberto.
And that was basically it.
That's after B-Fab took out Angel and Humberto.
Soon as the match was over, we got the Street Profits running out, and Maximum Male Models attack Hit Row. Street Profits made the save, and it looks like we are looking at a big 8-man tag between Maximum Male Models, the team of Angel Garza and Humberto, the Lethal Lovers, or Los Lotharios, against the Street Profits and Hit Row on a future edition of Friday Night SmackDown. Now, it looks like to me, I don't know what they're doing with the Maximum Male Models. Yeah. I'm surprised that this shit is even still on television.
Yeah.
This is going nowhere. They need to cut their losses and quit. I don't know what's going to happen, but it looks like, to me, Maxine Dupree, they're teasing a split of Maxine Dupree away from the Maximum Male Models, and they may actually pair her with Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, which might not be the worst idea. I think that would actually be good. They need something to spark them up and get them going in the tag team division because they're too fucking good to be sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah.
And they are a viable tag team if given the time to develop. It's going to take some time because they've been ice cold for way too long. Yeah. But if you're going to put somebody like that with them and it's going to play into them being the Los Lotharios, I mean, they want to do this kiss cam every week. You just found the number one woman in all of SmackDown that would be a great asset to you, and you don't need to do any of that shit anymore. You got the hottest blonde there, minus Scarlett.
They go down with the fucking. That's
a great pickup.
The fucking squash match with
So I think that's going to be
Danny
a great
Moe from OVW.
Pickup for Los Lotharios, and may get them to where they need to be slowly over time.
Killer Sparks.
Now that'll leave Max Dupree with the
bitch in the fucking crowd.
If they continue losing like this, he may absolutely
on
go overboard as well and abandon ship. And then at that point, I don't know what Triple H wants to do. I can't sit here and see Triple H keeping LA Knight
this other
with these
bitch.
two fucking geeks.
She's teaming up with them
because
on Raw
he's
against
just wasting talent.
Alexa Bliss,
He needs
Asuka,
bodies
and
on
Bianca
this
Belair.
Why are you going to have somebody like LA Knight sitting
Monday.
there with the Maximum Male Models, knowing he can cut a promo, knowing he can go as a babyface or a heel, knowing he could give the IC title a run for its money? You want to put him in a world title situation, you could even do that as well when Roman drops that title, which hopefully will be Saturday.
They could have done it.
But you're going to have Max Dupree waste his time away on SmackDown doing nothing with these two jobbers instead of bringing back LA Knight.
They would have done it.
I mean, it works. Maximum Male Models, LA, he turns back to LA Knight. It works.
Yeah.
It works. I don't know how we get there, but I think that's where Triple H needs to go. This is a complete wash. None of this is working out. I get that you wanted to keep some semblance of something Vince McMahon there, but it's not working out. Mansoor and Dio Madden, no matter how good they play their roles here, it's a waste of a gimmick, and LA Knight is wasting his time away. We need to get him away from that ASAP. Caleb Braxton interviewed Happy Corbin about his current losses as of late. He's on one big losing streak. Corbin says he's happy and isn't dwelling on the past.
And Happy
He's certainly
Corbin
dwelling in the IWC after people have boisterous opinions.
And Happy Corbin takes on Shinsuke Nakamura.
He says he will correct course with an open challenge.
Against Shinsuke
so Baron Corbin's
Nakamura.
out there. He issues an open challenge. Out comes Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
Wow! We never seen this match before, right? This is a fresh one.
Corbin versus Nakamura.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. I get that they were trying to prove a point, but oh my God. Can we get somebody else in there against Corbin, please?
Yes, please.
2 minutes.
Please.
This was basically nothing. Corbin basically jobbed out to Shinsuke Nakamura. 2 minutes. Nakamura accepted the challenge. Nakamura backed Corbin into the corner. Corbin fought out for a little bit with a big back elbow to the head. Nakamura recovered, hit the Kinshasa, and that was pretty much the end of it.
And Nakamura beat Corbin.
That was the end of it.
And Corbin's going to
go
out
for the end of days.
And Corbin riding with JBL at that time.
Nakamura escaped that. He hit the Kinshasa. 1, 2, 3.
And Corbin rides with JBL.
Corbin, they showed a follow-up segment as he was walking to the back. He was holding his head down. He was dejected from losing. His limousine rolls up in the back, and it's got the bullhorns on the
JBL's
front
limo.
end of the car, signifying that the limousine is owned by John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL.
Yeah, JBL's limo.
Now, we all know how terrible JBL could be. As long as we don't hear JBL on commentary, I'm good to go. But if Baron Corbin is on a losing streak and he's down in the dumps and he's now, not really feeling all that happy, who better than to get him back on track than somebody who is a self-made millionaire like John Bradshaw Layfield? I think this could be really good for Baron Corbin. I do. You get Corbin and JBL, two of the most hated entities in all of pro wrestling. Nobody likes either one of those guys. It's going to be heat for days for both of them.
Corey Graves can go team up with them.
So I think this could work out. Now, I don't know if this means Baron Corbin's going to get a slight character change. We may be dropping the Happy Corbin gimmick. We may be going with another version of Happy Corbin, or another version of Baron Corbin, I should say. And it may be more along the lines of, a multi-million-dollar Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we do need a character change for Baron Corbin. There's only so far that you could take this Happy Corbin gimmick. He went from Sad Corbin to Happy Corbin, and now it's run its course. Now we may be getting another version of Baron Corbin, and I think this one is going to work out. Him and JBL have the potential to be a very, very good pairing. So we will see what happens. I'm intrigued. That's all I could say. I've been giving Corbin his praise. I thought he's been killing it as of late. His couple matches with Ricochet, I thought he's been admirable in the ring. And I thought he played his role very well against Madcap Moss. I didn't really give a shit about the feud, but, he did his job against Madcap Moss as well. But the gimmick is just fucking boring. It sucks. Nobody gives a shit. And I think Corbin honestly has hit a wall. No matter how good he can be and no matter how much he could really produce as being a heel, there's just something about him that the fans don't want to see and something about him that the fans don't care about. He just gives off that same old shit vibe. That's what I get. That's the vibe I get from Baron. It's the same old shit. There's nothing new. No matter how many times you could fucking put this guy and paint him in a fresh coat of paint, it's always the same shit with Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
There's nothing new there. So why would you expect the fans to take to a new Baron Corbin when they know underneath that it's nothing more than the same shit?
Yes.
It's going to take a lot more than pairing him with JBL to generate any interest with Baron Corbin. Nakamura wins in 2 minutes. The Brawling Brutes. They are out there. Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch. Let me at him, Scoob! Let me at him! But, this was a different Butch. This was a new Butch.
Let me at him, Scoob!
This was Pete Dunne looking like Pete Dunne, just with the Butch name. He came out there wearing the fucking schoolboy hat. He came out there wearing his bruiserweight gear.
Yes.
He came out there with the hat. He took the hat off.
Yeah.
His long hair flowed down his shoulders.
Brawling Brutes.
I'm like, oh my goodness, man, the bruiserweight is back.
It says Brawling Brutes
on WWE television.
It says Brawling Brutes.
He looked great. So the pictures online that we saw last week, yes, they were legit. We got Pete Dunne back on television, but he's still named Butch for now. I'll tell you how we're going to get there in just a little bit. I do think that Triple H is going to drop this ridiculous name, and I think we're going to get Pete Dunne back on television. He went one-on-one with Ludwig Kaiser.
After Butch is on the fucking video call with Tyler Bates on NXT 2.0. This
was basically black and gold on Friday night. Only thing is the fans didn't give a shit about this whatsoever.
That's after...
So Kaiser had the early advantage. Butch rocked him with a clothesline. He then pulled on Kaiser's fingers and stomped on his elbow. We got that joint manipulation that was always known for.
Handed to
Butch
Tyler Bates
jumped off the apron. Kaiser caught him with an uppercut that looked ridiculous. So Butch caught Kaiser back in the ring. German suplex, stomped on his fingers. More joint manipulation. Followed up with a kick to the head. He goes for a cover, gets in a fall.
Yeah.
Butch climbed to the second turnbuckle. Kaiser cut him off. He hung up Butch in the ropes, hit a running drop kick. Kaiser gave Butch a back suplex. Butch flipped through, landed on his feet. He rocked Kaiser with a big kick to the head. Kaiser regained control. He went for a DDT. Butch attacked Kaiser's injured fingers. He transitions from the joint manipulation to the bitter end.
Joint manipulation.
1, 2, 3, and Butch gets the victory over Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh, Butch beat Ludwig.
After the match, Sheamus and Walter to stare down. Kaiser convinced Gunther to leave and get out of the way. Save it for Saturday afternoon at Clash at the Castle.
They pulled himself back.
I think Butch is going to be the one because... You know, this is the attitude that he's been having since we've seen him play this little fucking Scrappy Doo character. Let me at him, Scoob! Yeah. I think all of this is really going to come to a head on Saturday afternoon. This match is going to be one of the most highly anticipated matches of the entire year.
Let me at him,
Scoob! And Gunther are going to kill it for the Intercontinental title. I can't wait to see what they end up doing and what they end up producing. I think it's going to do the Intercontinental title.
I didn't have no time to do it.
I think at the end. Now, you could have Sheamus lose clean, and he'd still be over. He would look like a fucking warrior in defeat. It doesn't matter. But I think that they end up going with a interference.
That's that Scooby-Doo voice.
This is not a no DQ match. It's a regular one-on-one match. You know, the Brawling Brutes are going to be out there. They're all going to be present out there. Kaiser's going to be out there.
Yes.
I think Butch gets involved, and I end up with Butch being blamed for Sheamus losing an opportunity at winning the Intercontinental Championship. I think this would be the perfect opportunity.
Butch is going to stay out of the way, though.
Into the aspect of Butch trying to do too much and playing up this let me at him character. Right? This fucking rascal, this fucking always wanting to fight and not knowing when to quit.
Let me at him shit. Let me at him character.
You have him really get animated. And you play up the history between
like Scrappy Doo, bro.
Is a lot there between them. Obviously, he wants to help him, you know, Sheamus win the Intercontinental title, but he gets a little frisky out there. He ends up ruining it for Sheamus. Sheamus ends up blaming him. We finally start to hear from Butch,
Holland,
and he's just sick of it all. You know, no matter what he is doing for Sheamus and the Brawling Brutes, it's never enough. Sheamus never lets him fight. Sheamus is always holding him back. Sheamus is always telling him what to do. The one moment in which he finally is allowed to do what he wants to do, you know, he gets blamed for the match.
Fully charged.
And
again.
I do think that we start to see him coming out of this character. I'm not Butch. You call me Butch. That's my nickname. My name is Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
I'm the bruiserweight, Pete Dunne.
Yes.
I have a legacy in the European wrestling scene that is not this. You call me that. I'm Pete Dunne. And I think we break him away. And then he ends up feuding with Sheamus. And then we end up getting another series of matches between those two that would probably be just as great as Sheamus and Gunther.
UK style, bro.
That's what needs to happen. I think we start to see some of that possibly at Clash of the Castle on Saturday. I could be completely wrong. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that Gunther is not losing that Intercontinental Championship.
Gunther
not losing that championship.
Gunther refuses to lose. Gunther does not want to lose.
See what those two guys do.
Gunther does not want to lose.
Paul Heyman narrated another part
Wow.
of the Roman Reigns celebration vignette.
Another one?
They're going over all of Roman Reigns' highlights. So, Sammy is in the back. He told the Usos everything was set. Usos said, let's go. Sammy said maybe they should wait for Reigns so the entire bloodline can walk out together. Jay tells Sammy, listen, Us, you're getting way too comfortable here. You're not even in the bloodline. Jimmy said, tonight's about Roman, so they should just do what they got to do. It's not about Sammy. It's not about me. It's not about Jay. Let's go out to the ring and celebrate Roman Reigns, our tribal chief.
It's not about
Tyson
me.
Fury.
It's not about me, says
They aired a
Sami
soundbite
Zayn.
Of Tyson Fury with a video that he posted on Twitter. He will be at ringside at Clash of the Castle.
Tyson
he will be
Fury?
sitting live, front row,
What
in
the?
Clash at Clash of the Castle.
The Tyson Fury?
And I do think he plays into the match with Roman and Drew at
man,
some
he on Instagram, man.
I seen some people online saying that they may set up a match between Tyson Fury and Drew McIntyre. I think that's the worst idea.
That's the bad.
I think that's the worst idea that we could possibly come up with.
That's a stupid idea.
Nobody wants to see that.
That's a stupid idea.
Nobody wants to see Tyson Fury wrestle. Nobody wants to see that ever. Again.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the last time he wrestled?
Yeah.
He wrestled Braun Strowman 2 years ago at one of the Saudi shows.
Uh-huh.
Never in my entire life do I want to see that man in a wrestling ring wrestling again. He's a professional boxer, not a wrestler.
Boxers don't do that.
Plus, you're going to have a very difficult time after what we've been given with Logan Paul and Bad Bunny and Pat McAfee and all these fucking celebrities that aren't pro wrestlers.
And Johnny Knoxville.
In there.
Johnny
Taking
Knoxville.
it to the next level as far as celebrities getting in the ring and professionally wrestling.
All these people.
Then you're going to put Tyson Fury in there. He's going to fall flat on his face, and he's never going to live up to the fucking new standard that is celebrities wrestling in the WWE.
Yeah, it's bad.
That is not the role for him. It's not.
No.
Now, I don't know if the Usos are going to be there in Cardiff. I don't think that it will be a problem. This is not Canada. It's not like crossing the border up north. I do think that they will be there, and I do think that Sami Zayn's going to be there, and I do think that they're all going to be there to help Roman try and win the championship. I do think that there will be some collusion and some bullshit that happens during that match. Because why is the bloodline? You know that there's going to be some bullshit. Now, Drew McIntyre doesn't have anybody in his corner. Anybody. But he does that. But he does have Tyson Fury out there. I do think we see Tyson Fury jump the barricade, and I do think that he gets involved and he fends off the bloodline, leaving McIntyre and Reigns to go at it one by one. Now, that's a role that I could see him in. An enforcer or a body there to aid Drew McIntyre, muscle to aid Drew McIntyre. That's what they need to do.
Or muscle.
And I think that's the right
muscle.
role for him to play,
Probably
not
bodyguard.
in the ring wrestling.
Probably bodyguard.
Or, I talked about this yesterday on an extra, or we could see Solo Sikoa.
Yeah.
Now, there's rumors that he is going to be called up imminently. It's almost for certain that he's going to get called up. Now, I don't know if it's the right move to make, but if you're going to pair him with Roman and you're going to pair him with the Usos, I do think that he's going to feed off of them and he's going to become very, very well-known very, very, very quickly.
You need a crew.
Instead of throwing him out there by himself, yeah, he's the brother of Jimmy and Jay. He's the cousin of Roman. He wants to be on his own. That's fine. But I do think he'll be on his own quicker if he's aligned with them first and then breaks out on his own on the main roster. Because we know what he can do solo. Now you pair him with the Bloodline, and then you send him on his way when he's ready. That would be something. Obviously, a lot of people are interested in.
Yeah.
But he could be the wild card as well because the rumors about him being called up are circulating even more so now.
Yeah.
I was in the camp of let's keep him down there for another 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, have him win a North American title in NXT. But for what? For what? If you compare him with the Bloodline now and get his name value now on the main roster through them, why hold him back? He's just wasting away in NXT. He's obviously still got some work to do, but I do think that he'll come along working with them.
Always athlete's foot.
So we may see him on Saturday afternoon. We don't know. It wants to be predictable, but at the same time, it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
This heavyweight championship match, this main event for Clash. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm standing firm, though. You know, I do want Roman to drop the titles simply because Monday Night Raw needs a world championship back on Monday.
Yeah.
That's just the way I feel.
How we get there,
what Triple H does, I don't know.
Heavyweight title back.
On the other hand,
they need that world heavyweight title
back. Roman Reigns up for almost 800 days. Is Drew McIntyre the guy? I don't know.
He needs one.
I don't know.
Drew needs one.
On paper, he's not the guy. But with everything that WWE has done, the vignettes and the fucking story, this being the first UK show since 1992 SummerSlam, the rumor that he's coming out to Broken Dreams tomorrow afternoon, which is going to fucking be absolutely chilling if it does. How do you do all this for him and you set this up as being his WrestleMania 36 moment? He won the title at WrestleMania 36 in a fucking empty gym during the pandemic. It was supposed to be his crowning moment as the number one guy in WWE. Is this now
the pandemic is going to slow down?
Do you take the title off Roman Reigns knowing that Roman Reigns is your biggest guy? Do you take a ratings hit with Roman not being the champion? Does Roman even need to be the champion? I don't know. You can go either way. I see the arguments on both sides of the fence. I do. If you're asking me, if you had a gun to my head and asked me, JD, what would you do? I'm not having Roman Reigns lose. If you sit me at that creative meeting with Triple H and he asks me and he looks me in the eye one-on-one, JD, what would you do here? I'm keeping the title on. Now, this obviously depends on The Rock. Because if you watch the interview with Triple H and Ariel Helwani, I mean, he's basically telling you that, you know, The Rock and Roman is a huge possibility for WrestleMania.
Both of them were cousins.
Now, if that doesn't happen,
Roman Reigns and The Rock,
and you minus The Rock from the equation, if you ask me, Roman and Cody is the match to do.
Yeah.
Roman, Cody, world title, WrestleMania, Cody gets his moment. Cody's the new world champion. But we may get to WrestleMania, and Roman by that time will not be a champion. Roman will wrestle The Rock, and Cody will win the Royal Rumble and wrestle somebody else for the WWE Championship, whether that's Drew McIntyre or whether that's Seth Rollins. I don't know.
Whether it be.
It's going to be a very interesting several months with Monday Night Raw not having a world championship and then Cody coming back and going to a brand that doesn't have a world champion. If Drew McIntyre wins the titles, how are we getting the WWE title back on Monday Night Raw?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of questions that come along with this Roman and Drew McIntyre match, and that's why I'm so intrigued about it. We will see what happens. So this was all for naught. The celebration got ruined.
Yeah.
Sammy began to talk. Jay took over. Sammy endorsed what he was saying. Jimmy asked, what are you doing? Sammy was really into it. Jay asked the fans to stand on their feet. They cut to the back in a parking garage shot where Roman Reigns was stepping out of his SUV. Drew caught him by surprise with a Claymore kick and knocked him out. McIntyre looked at him, headed to the ring. He walked to the ring and crashed this party. Sami Zayn confronted McIntyre at ringside. McIntyre took him out with a headbutt immediately. He got in the ring. The Usos double-teamed him. McIntyre fought back, threw them out of the ring. McIntyre landed a running flip dive over the top rope and took out all three, both Usos and Sami on the outside. McIntyre threw a chair into the ring, which almost hit Sami. He threw another. Sami rolled out of the ring. Sami tried to come at McIntyre with the chair, but McIntyre kicked the chair, and he slammed Jimmy through the announce table. McIntyre waited for Jay to stand up.
Oh, shit.
He delivered a running spear, sending him through the barricade during the timekeeper, around the timekeeper's area. McIntyre grabbed the microphone and told Reigns, "When will you understand? I will never stop." He said he tore the bloodline apart. God mode deactivated.
Yeah, he tore them down.
He predicted he'll kick Reigns' head off, and he'll be looking up at the new, undisputed, Universal WWE Heavyweight Champion.
Drew tore them apart. Jeez.
Big angle to close the show, but it's a big angle that put the babyface over after last week. The babyface got destroyed.
Yeah.
3-on-1.
Destroyed him.
Does Drew McIntyre lose after he dominated the Usos and Sami Zayn in the Bloodline and took out Roman here on the Go Home Show? Pro Wrestling 101 has anything to say about it.
Domination.
It seems like the only broken dream that will be had are the dreams of Drew McIntyre in card.
Sheer domination.
Guys, that is your SmackDown portion of the show. I hope you enjoyed that. I will be stepping away for a minute or so.
Yeah.
Remember, tonight's show is sponsored by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app. Use promo code JD from NY. You guys will have a great chance at winning a part of that $10,000 pot for Clash at the Castle. Tonight's show, once again, and I want to thank them as always for being sponsored, or being a great friend and a sponsor, I should say, of the podcast. Tonight's show sponsored by DraftKings. WWE is going down this weekend in the land of afternoon tea with the Queen. To celebrate this historic event, DraftKings, an official gaming partner of WWE, is putting you in the center of the action with a share of $10,000 up for grabs this weekend. You guys know better than anybody I'm going to get you ready for Clash at the Castle. So much so that we'll be sitting right next to the Queen, having that afternoon tea. It is very simple, guys. You're going to download the DraftKings app. You're going to use the promo code JD from NY, and you're going to enter to win $10,000. You're going to answer questions like, who's going to make a surprise appearance? Who's going to win that big, undisputed WWE Universal Championship match between Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns in the main event? Will Austin Theory cash in his money in the bank contract? You're going to answer all those questions, and the customers with the most correct answers will win their share of $10,000. Download the DraftKings app now and use that promo code JD from NY to enter the free WWE Predictions Challenge for Clash at the Castle with $10,000 up for grabs. So use that promo code JD from NY now and enter the free $10,000 contest only at DraftKings, an official gaming partner of WWE.
Yeah.
Once again, I want to thank my great friend DraftKings for sponsoring tonight's OTS. Rampage, man. Rampage was live.
Let's live
We
Rampage.
just want to go over Rampage for just a little bit. We opened up with the Trios semifinal match. This is the final Trios semifinal match before the pay-per-view. Adam Hangman Page, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds, they went up against the Best Friends, and this was a no-brainer. This was very predictable. And the Dark Order with Adam Page move on to the finals at All Out. They will now wrestle the Elite for the AEW Trios Championships. Good match. Very predictable. They tried to make it unpredictable, but good match. Best Friends hit their triple team finisher on John Silver. Cassidy splashing off of Taylor and Beretta's shoulders while they held Silver off the mat. Page made the save off the pin attempt. Page dumped Silver and Reynolds over the top.
Yeah.
He then hit the Orihara moonsault to the outside, landed on his feet. Beretta tried a top rope German on Page, but Page flipped through, landed on his feet. Page got the dead eye on Orange Cassidy for a near fall. Silver and Reynolds went for their rapid-fire finish. Cassidy countered with a small package for a 2 count. Best friends in the strong 0 on Reynolds. On the floor, they nailed it. Taylor dropped Silver with the awful waffle for a near fall. Taylor avoided the buckshot lariat from Page. Cassidy flew in with the orange punch on Page, and Silver rolled up Taylor from behind out of nowhere for the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And Adam Page added into this Trios Championship tournament after saying he did not want to be a part of it. We got Preston Vance being taken out. We got Evil Uno being taken out. And now Adam Page is in there, and he leads the Dark Order to the finals against Kenny Omega.
Vance and Uno are injured. Oh, man.
Now, I know a lot of people are upset, and some people are excited about this. I think it's going to be a tremendous match, no doubt about it. But I could see a lot of people being pissed off about this because it really plays into the EVPs, and it plays into AEW being all elite friends instead of all elite wrestling. Yeah, you got a lot of great trios there. You got the House of Black, you got the Best Friends, you got the team of Dragon Lee, Roosh, and Andrade, you got the Blackpool Combat Club, you got the Jericho Appreciation Society, you got Eddie Kingston, and whoever he wants to team up with. There's a lot of great trios teams in AEW. You could have chosen from anybody. You had a great pick of the litter for the Trios Championships.
Yeah, the Trios
They ended up going with the Elite and Adam Page. That's the story that they wanted to tell. All we heard was a rumor about Kenny Omega coming back, and Tony Khan had a big plan for Kenny Omega. And the big plan obviously is revealing itself to be the Trios Championships. Now, you may not be excited. I could understand why. You may be excited. It should be a great match. I'm not going to really complain about the quality of match that we're going to get, but
Forecast is a piece of shit.
I find it very difficult to believe that this is the best that Tony Khan had. Really. You could have went with anything else, and it still would have been just as good. I want you guys to understand that they bypassed the FTR Young Bucks, all titles on the line match.
They passed it up.
Take all match.
They passed it up.
The tag team championships.
They bypassed it.
They put the titles on Swerve and Keith Lee. Yeah. Took them off the Bucks, put them on Swerve and Keith Lee.
They did.
And gave us Keith Lee and Swerve versus the Acclaimed instead of giving us FTR and the Young Bucks for the tag team.
They would give us those. They would give us those matches.
I can't figure out how that
would give matches to save us.
Now, did politics play a part in that?
Yeah, politics everywhere. There's politics in the show.
Is Tony Khan going to eventually do that?
Same shit that goes on in WWE.
I think that moment, that win for FTR over the Bucks would have done wonders. Now, if that does happen, it's not going to be against somebody like the Bucks. It will be somebody else. But I find it very difficult to believe that this was the best course of action.
Hold on.
This was the best plan that Tony Khan had for All Out. I doubt it. There's no better plan than FTR and the Young Bucks. That was a huge selling point for the pay-per-view. Imagine that mixed in with Punk and Moxley for the AEW World Championship.
See, the same fucking shit happens every day. It should.
No, but we are where we are now. We got the fucking Dark Order against the Elite
time ago
for the Trios Championships. Not a good move to me. It's not really a good creative move. But the match is going to be fine. The match is going to be fine. Will it stand out? Will it be a memorable moment? Will it be something that people are talking about at the end of the show? I don't know. We got 15 fucking matches on Sunday night. I don't know. But if AEW is going with the same direction and the same feel that they did with Page and Omega holding those championships, this time with Omega and the Bucks, it may work out.
Yeah, the direction.
It may work out. It looks like they may be going with the same mentality. Page and Omega did those tag team titles beautiful when they held them. They did that division right. The division was better with them as champions.
They did them right, too, back then.
This is going to be the same thing with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks for the Trios tournament. Coming out of the Trios tournament, winning those titles.
Can he try? Can he try?
Ray Phoenix, he defeated Blake Christian in 2 minutes. This was basically a tune-up match for him going into the ladder match.
What the?
Sunday night at All Out. Winner of that ladder match, that casino ladder match, gets a world title match. Apparently, there is a rumor going around that it's either MJF or Adam Cole. I hope it's neither. I don't think MJF needs to be in the ladder match. No. I would prefer MJF to come in and play almost a rogue-like character.
Yeah.
I don't want him to walk through the curtain and walk by Tony Khan and be the Joker and win the briefcase and go and challenge for the world title. I want him to play an outsider. He basically cut down the company and cursed out the boss, Tony Khan, on live television. You're not going to let this guy sit in the locker room, get dressed in the locker room, shower in the locker room, come out through the curtain and walk through the gorilla and walk by all the management and walk by Tony Khan to go out there and wrestle in a ladder match. No, I'm sorry.
Nobody wants that.
You're not going to do that. That's not MJF, man. MJF's got to be a fucking Batman-like fucking character walking on into AEW when he's not supposed to be walking into AEW. It's not allowed. It's not allowed in these parts anymore. So you don't want him in the ladder match. That's a little late. Now, if he is in the ladder match, he's going to have to win the ladder match, and then he may actually cash in at the end of the night. I don't think that's the best way to do it. I don't think that is the best way to do it. Now,
it's like they're letting guys
Adam Cole,
I
don't know why you would put Adam Cole in this match for two reasons. Number one, the guy just got finished having a concussion. He battled through a concussion. He battled through a torn labrum that kept him out for months. This is one of your top acts.
Not Adam Cole,
you want to bring him back and put him in a fucking ladder match after he just healed up.
Not Adam Cole,
I don't think that's the best course of action. Number two, if Adam Cole is in the ladder match, then I would say Adam Cole has to win. And then you want to give Adam Cole a championship match. But if he goes up against Punk or Moxley, is he legitimately going to beat either one of those guys? No.
Maybe he's ready.
So why bother giving him a world championship match? Now, if it's not Cole, if it's not MJF, it could be somebody completely different. We could see somebody new come on in, which presents another fucking problem for Tony Khan. We get rumors that Malachi asked for his release. With every newcomer that you bring into the company, you are pushing Malachi further and further and further back. You're pushing people like Malachi, like Amiro and Andrade and everybody else. The Lucha Brothers, Phoenix and Penta.
Yeah, Phoenix and Penta and Pac.
You're pushing all these guys back. They brought Morrissey back.
Morrissey.
They brought Big Cass back.
Yeah.
You bring in somebody like that. Everybody else on the roster, like Amiro and guys like that, they're getting pushed back because you got to now cater to somebody else who is filling that locker room, and the guys that aren't getting opportunities are going to get less opportunities because you continue to bring in new faces. So if it's a newbie, if it's somebody new, a new sign-in, that's a new sign-in by Tony Khan, it's also going to present another problem based on those aspects. So who is it? Who is it? Who wins the match? Is it the Joker that wins the match? Or is it somebody in that match that is already announced? Is it a Phoenix? Is it a Penta?
I don't know.
Is it an Andrade?
Who knows? Nobody knows that.
Is it a Cesaro? Or Claudio?
Knows that.
I don't know. Maybe it's Samoa Joe.
Probably.
Maybe it's Samoa Joe. Maybe we got the Ring of Honor Pure champion in there. We got the Ring of Honor champion in there. Maybe Samoa Joe gets in there, and he is the Ring of Honor TV champion. Maybe CM Punk beats Jon Moxley, right? Maybe CM Punk beats Jon Moxley at the pay-per-view. We go into Grand Slam, and we get Samoa Joe versus CM Punk.
Wow.
In New York City, at Arthur Ashe, in front of 15, 16, 17,000 people. For the world title, the AEW world title. Throwback to their Ring of Honor days. Maybe. I don't know. Only time will tell. That ladder match is a very intriguing one. So we will see what happens. Why are people saying Jay White?
Switchblade?
Kota Ibushi. I don't know why you guys are saying Jay White. Jay White?
Why Switchblade?
What would Jay White have anything to do with AEW?
Why Switchblade?
I don't get it. Eddie Kingston cut a promo on Tomohiro Ishii ahead of their match on Sunday. We got a lot going on with the 0 Hour show. That's one of the matches.
Wow.
Pac will be defending the All-Atlantic Championship against Kip Sabian. Hook will be defending the FTW title against Cool Hand Angelo Parker. And then Tay Mello and Sammy Guevara will defend the AAA Tag Team titles against Ruby Soho and Ortiz for a third time.
Yeah.
That match is taking place for the third time. 4 0-hour matches in that hour before the pay-per-view goes live at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Ruby Soho and Ortiz defeated Sammy Guevara and Tay Melo in 7 minutes. This gets them the championship match at 0 hour. I don't give a shit. I don't.
Yeah.
Guevara hit a Gamengiri, and he made out with Tay Melo, which seems to be a normal thing in their match.
Wow.
Then they ran into a power slam from Ortiz. Tags were made to both sides. Soho and Melo come in. Soho hit a series of headbutts on Melo. Melo had to tag out because she couldn't take the offense from Ruby Soho. Ortiz got in there, got a near fall after a big splash. Soho got the tag back in, gave Guevara a headbutt. She went for a Cazadora on Guevara. Conte caught her and gave Soho a DDT. Melo and Guevara went for a double team suplex on Ortiz, but Ortiz blocked the move. Soho rolled up Ortiz. Soho rolled up Guevara, I should say, for the 1-2-3.
Whoa!
And they get the big victory over Sammy and Tay Melo.
Oh.
So they get their tag team title match.
Oh, man. Boy gets pinned by a
Triple A
girl.
mixed tag team titles on the
Jeez,
line
man.
during the 0 hour show. Who cares? Who cares?
So pin
Do you
Guevara.
care? I know I don't.
Dude.
Only way for Tony Khan to get all 4 of these people on the show. Mark Henry. He moderated a face-to-face with Athena and Jade Cargill. I thought this was great.
That bitch show.
I thought this was really, really fun. Athena probably cut the best promo that she's cut in all of her days in AEW. And I thought Jade handled this very well. Basically, Athena got in her face and said that she's going to beat Jade for the locker room.
Boom.
She can't stand Jade. And, she's hyping up being 37-0 and whatever her record is. And basically Jade says, you ain't going to beat me because I'm that bitch. And you ain't going to step to me and get in my face over this world championship. I'm going to continue to dominate, and there's nothing that you in the women's locker room could do about it.
Yep.
I thought this was great. I thought this was really fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing what these two ladies produce. I thought this was Athena's best promo in AEW by far up until this point.
History.
Tony Schiavone interviewed Swerve in Our Glory in the Acclaimed. Swerve cut a great promo here. I thought he sounded great. He tore down the Acclaimed for Max Caster doing his still stupid little raps, and he blasted Anthony Bowens for being injury prone and his body giving out on him. Swerve said he was The Rock, and last time he checked, Rock beats Scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
That was a great fucking line from Swerve, I gotta admit.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Still, there's no heat to this match, and I don't think the Acclaimed are going to win the tag team titles, but we've seen stranger things happen in pro wrestling, and we may be looking at
the TV series Stranger
because
Things.
the Acclaimed is hot. But on the other hand, Swerve and Our Glory haven't really done much with those tag team titles, and they haven't even begun.
It's just like they try to show me a
barely
little
There's no reason
preview
to take those
of Andy
titles off
Barclay
Keith Lee and Swerve.
Kissing his best friend.
Wardlow did a in-ring promo with FTR.
You know what I mean?
Dax got on the microphone and started with his, I don't want to say depressing start to a promo,
doing gay shit,
but he makes the crowd feel emotional towards him.
Like they want to kiss.
They began to address the journalists who are asking, why are we even having this match?
The fuck they go do?
The fuck
the Andy's go do with his friend? They go
Soon the Motor City
go
Machine
his
Guns
house
came out and they talked about how they have the respect of the AEW locker room, how they are innovators of tag team wrestling. Sanjay Dutt asks if Harwood will fight like his 8-year-old brat.
Whoa!
This obviously angered Dax, who was held back by Wardlow and Cash. And
nobody calls Dax Harwood.
I don't really understand why
calls
we
Dax
needed a big
Harwood
promo.
a fucking kid, bro.
This match honestly means nothing on Sunday night, and it would be
Dax Harwood,
a little bit more important if they put focus on FTR and
man.
Wardlow going into this pay-per-view, which they have not done at all.
They do not want to piss off David Dax Harwood, bro.
FTR has kind of cooled off a little bit coming out of that match with the Briscoes at the last pay-per-view. This match doesn't really hold any importance on the show, and they're out there cutting a 5, 6, 7-minute promo with the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, that's weird.
This could have been time better spent towards something else.
That's time within.
And Ricky Starks, he defeated QT Marshall in the main event.
He
really contemplating not covering Rampage. If this is your main event,
the Big Easy, bro.
Really,
Ricky Starks
not even bothering
QT Marshall.
Rampage. I'll just watch it as an avid fan. Ricky Starks beats QT Marshall with the Rochambeau. After the match was over, Powerhouse Hobbs ran into brawl with Starks. They had to be separated by a bunch of officials. While that was going on, Jericho on commentary was blasting Bryan Danielson. Danielson walks through the tunnel. He stares down Jericho at the end of the show, and that's the way the show went off.
Yeah.
Half of the show was good, and the other half was just typical AEW Rampage, unimportant rubbish.
Yeah.
Really, really, really contemplating not covering Rampage anymore. And they will be going live for the majority of October.
Yeah.
This was a live show right before their biggest pay-per-view of the year, and it still didn't feel all that important.
That's why I'm guarding my privacy and abiding by
Guys,
the guidelines.
that is all I got for you.
Especially the community
We're
guidelines.
going to get into the Super Chats right now.
Especially community guidelines.
Big weekend ahead. I appreciate you making Off the Script your number one stop. On this Labor Day weekend, we got Clash of the Castle. That will be an awesome show, and I'll be live after the show is over right here on OTS.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing for Worlds Collide yet. I don't know.
You don't know?
I want to do something, but I don't know.
Try EW All Out
I'm not really one of those content creators that likes to do live watch-alongs.
Try EW
but
All Out.
But I may actually do a live watch-along for Worlds Collide.
Do that.
No promises.
Fucking exceed
Worlds Collide. No promises. When that's over, we'll flip over to 0 Hour, and then I'll do my work for All Out. It's going to be a busy day. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. Anyway, hit that thumbs up. We got 1,000 likes. You guys hit the minimum. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Get those super chats in. Get those memberships in.
Yeah.
Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Go check out today's extra. We talk about Malachi Black, amongst other things. So go check that out. Also, make sure you guys follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Also, once again, shout out to my sponsor for today's show, DraftKings.
Yeah.
Download the DraftKings app. If you have it already, use promo code JD from NY.
Yeah.
And you guys got a chance to enter free to win $10,000.
Uh-huh.
Awesome stuff there.
Yeah.
Let's start at the top, man.
Go for
D. Bastardo.
What's up, D?
With a $5 super chat. Yo. At Revolution, all who lost Wednesday won at the pay-per-view.
Oh, wow.
You bet Rosa, I bet Baker. I'm betting Baker wins again. TK losing our trust. Long-term booking your champs, brother.
Do bets? Do bets? What is it?
I don't know, man. We'll see. I think Britt Baker winning the championship is a terrible move.
What about DMD, man?
I think that would absolutely cripple the division.
Would DMD win the
Michelle Moran with a $2 super chat. Badass Drew should beat Roman at Cardiff. I'm going with Drew, even though I'm not really completely sold on Drew McIntyre being the WWE heavyweight champ. Sinister Classic with a $5 super chat. What's up, JD? I'll be doing a watch-along on Sunday in Trent's mom's van in the alley of the beer garden. If anybody wants to hot box, hope Bacardi as well. Bacardi is doing very well. She's actually gaining some weight on the new diet she's on, which is a good thing.
What's up, go get a van with Sue?
Thank you, Sinister. Tony Brown, $1.99 super chat. The legend, JD, what up? What up, Tony Brown?
They call you the legend, Tony.
Not much in terms of booty meat tonight.
Oh, he called you the legend,
we got
JD.
Tay Mello, and that was pretty much
Tony's
it.
calling you the legend, JD. But Tony's acting like he wants to call people legends. I don't want to be that person who done legendary stuff.
Oh my God, Sidro, what are you doing to me, bro?
No, Sidro! No, Sidro! Please, Sidro, please, man, please.
Sidro with a 5 in super chat.
Damn,
Sidro has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 $5 super chats.
Oh, God,
all
Sidro.
jokes.
Let's see what Sidro.
Why can't koalas be WWE superstars?
Koalas.
They always get disqualified.
Oh, Central, why, man? Why? Why?
I like that one, bro. I like that one, man.
Central, please. Try Warriors.
How do NXT superstars celebrate in England?
You celebrate England and try Warriors.
With NXT parties.
Celebrate in England, you can try Warriors. Try Warriors.
What do Elias and Dracula have in common? They're both a pain in the neck.
Oh, God, no.
All right, bro. You got... You're 2 for 3, bro.
Too much Dracula.
You're 2 for 3. That was
Dracula.
Why can't the phenomenal one
Oh.
ever find clothes that match?
What? We ain't want
The
none.
styles clash.
They ain't want none. Oh. Oh, man.
What happened when Triple H's puppy graduated college?
Puppies. That's
He got a
puppies.
pet degree.
Oh, no. Please, Sid. No, Sid.
Those last two were a little. Those two were a little creative there, bro. I like that. I like those last two.
Like gracious, man. What's the no?
And Sidro with another joke here. What's every tag
No,
team's
more
favorite
Sidro.
fruit?
It's more Sidro shots. You don't take a whole show
A
up with
pear.
that. What?
Bro, you're 4 for 6, man.
You 4 for 6 there.
I give Sidro a 4 out of 6 there, bro.
6.
Ricardo Linnell with a
man.
26-month membership.
Yes, Ricky.
I love how Burger King Corbin racks up L's while JD keeps winning.
For Burger King
The only
Corbin.
needle mover in the
For Burger
IWC.
King
Hashtag
Corbin.
OTS for
Carry the way, Burger King Corbin.
Thank you, Ricardo. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, Ricky.
Susan D'Ambrosio with a $5 super chat.
Hi,
JD
Susie.
just wants to say, I love your intro and the music that you play in it. Fuck those who complain about it.
Oh, they won't complain too many times.
They can
Fuck 'em.
complain all they want.
They complain
Susan.
too many times. Fuck them.
I ain't changing shit.
You ain't gotta change it. Nothing. Fuck them.
Dev to Dust with a 7-month membership. What are your thoughts on Eddie Guerrero's blade job in 2004?
Whoa.
Also, NXT Sami Zayn 2014-16 or NXT Johnny Gargano 2017 through 19. I'm taking
Blading.
Johnny all day long.
Blading, bro.
And my thoughts on Eddie Guerrero's blade job? To be honest,
Blading.
Dev to Dust, I don't remember too much of it.
Blading and gigging juicing. What?
I've always said it. If the blade job and the color makes sense, I'm all for it.
Wow.
It doesn't really need to be an overabundance of blood, but some color is always good if the circumstances permit it.
That's a waste of blood.
That's just me.
That's a waste of blood.
The Undertaker.
Rest, biatch.
Half of All Out's 16-hour runtime is my surprise debut entrance.
Whoa.
Hashtag OTS for life. Undertaker, you don't want anything to do with All Out. And nobody wants to watch 5 hours of pro wrestling. Nobody. I wish that they would tone this shit down. You know, listen, I said this with somebody else over the week. If Triple H gave, just think about this theoretically.
Yeah.
If we had NXT TakeOver New York,
Yes.
right? Go back and think of NXT TakeOver New York and how great that card was, man. It was absolutely mind-blowingly awesome. It was about 3 hours long, right? If you wanted to charge me $49.99 for that show,
and rubbing alcohol,
at the end of the show,
but
looking
that
back
will
at the
wait,
price
but
that you
will
pay
wait.
for it, it was probably worth every bit of that $50, right?
Uh-huh.
If TakeOver New York was $50 and you spent that money and you got that show, I don't think there's anybody in this chat that would be upset with the money that they spent on that show.
$50 for
Now, I may be
NXT
wrong.
TakeOver.
I may be wrong. You may think
$50 for NXT
you want another
TakeOver.
hour to kind of offset the money that you're paying for the show.
That's a waste of money.
If you're happy with what they gave you in those 3 hours, like that, that's $50 well worth spent.
That's a waste of money.
Tony Khan wants to put on 15 matches or 14 matches or so, right?
Tony Khan is spreading himself in, bro.
And the only reason why he does it because he feels like he's got to give people $50 worth. Meanwhile, I don't think he understands that you can give people $50 worth of pay-per-view without having to put on 14 fucking matches.
Tony Khan is spreading himself in,
You gave
JD.
me 8 matches, and you gave me a $50 pay-per-view,
15
and it was
bucks.
great.
$15 for a pay-per-view.
That's all that matters to me.
Tony Khan
I don't understand it.
Tony Khan would have chewed Bobby Fish.
Quality over quantity. He seems to have a problem with that.
Tony Khan could have tore Bobby Fish in the ass.
Scenario with a $5 super chat. What's up, JD? Question: who's the most hated villain in The Walking Dead, Negan or the Governor?
Try Negan.
I'm gonna have to say Negan, bro.
Try Negan.
Negan killed Glenn and Abraham.
Yeah.
The Governor killed. Who the Governor killed? The Governor killed
Wait, Governor
Herschel.
Killed. Oh yeah.
I mean, Herschel was a big deal.
Herschel. Governor killed Herschel.
But Negan was just vile.
Governor killed Herschel.
Negan ran that whole show, man.
Governor killed Herschel.
He was running that
Dead.
entire fucking that whole section.
Governor killed Herschel.
The Saviors were just the boss.
A Walking Dead. Walking Dead.
Jaxo 23, $9.99 super chat. Why is Punk fighting Moxley again? Didn't they just a week or two ago? What the heck is Khan doing? Jaxo, I don't know where you been, bro. You must have missed Dynamite, man.
What the hell? What the hell, man? What did he do?
I think you need to go back and watch Dynamite to see where we are right now going into Sunday, man. I'm not explaining myself again. Jonathan McGardle with a $19.99 super chat. Should I break out the good bourbon or the cheap stuff for the pay-per-view? Maybe play it safe with a cold beer. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear, bro. Maybe you break out some good bourbon and then maybe have a nice, mild cold beer. Logan PN, I missed the good Walking Dead. Then you must have missed the last 2 seasons, bro, because The Walking Dead is just as good now as it was then. I don't like when people tell me, The Walking Dead is not good anymore. Clearly, you're not fucking watching.
Walking Dead is good. Walking Dead is good.
Oh, The Walking Dead's not good anymore. No, clearly you're not fucking watching, and clearly you're basing your opinion off of what others say, and you're not really watching the fucking show.
The Walking Dead is good.
There's no way you're telling me that The Walking Dead is still bad after the last 2 seasons that we got. You can't tell me that with a straight face.
They gonna do that stupid ass shit. Oh, they gonna get smacked.
Treehouse with a $5 super chat. Shout out to the chat, yo. Much love, JD. Treehouse, thank you so much, brother. Marcus Patterson with a $4.99 super chat. I'm sure you touched on this already, but what are your thoughts of WWE putting a Tron across the barricade? It's ugly, and WWE relies on too much Trons. I actually like it. I don't mind it at all. I think it's a nice aesthetic, believe it or not. Marcus Patterson with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Rathuel with a $2 super chat. War Raiders. Walter, Pete Dunne. Yeah. They were all great tonight. Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Mike B becomes the only new member tonight. Mike B, what are you drinking, brother?
You drinking, Mike?
Ricardo Linnell with a $5 super chat. I laughed out loud when Liv told Shayna, I will not tap out. Whoever's writing Liv Morgan's promos is a half-witted fucking buffoon.
Yeah, a half-witted
idiot. Her promos hold no weight whatsoever.
Half-witted idiot.
The last 3 seasons of AMC's The Walking Dead have been pure garbage. Billy Badass, you're a complete fucking Nimrod fucking idiot. Get out of here.
Get him out. Get him out.
You haven't watched anything of The Walking Dead in the last 3 seasons, then.
JD loves The Walking Dead.
You haven't watched one single fucking episode, you fucking clown. Get out of here.
Get him out.
Silent One with a 7-month membership. Can't wait for the best wrestling weekend ever. By the way, JD, should I change my name since I've broken out of my shell?
You did?
No, Silent One. Keep the name, bro. Everybody knows you as Silent One.
You're a Silent One,
thank you for the recommitment, bro. Sidro.
The Joker.
Sidro's got more jokes.
The Sidro, the comedy Joker.
What was Shake the Snake's favorite subject in school?
What?
History. I like that one.
He said.
I like that one.
Okay.
Sidro, also, what does Daniel Bryan say when he wants vegetable peeling music? Oh, my goodness.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I gotta shut the music off here, man. We got a major bomb by Osakui.
What? Another bomb for Osakui? Another bomb?
With a $500 super chat. I wish I had my sound effects. I'm in Jersey. I don't got my good soundboard. I don't got all the fancy sound effects and all the fucking different songs.
It's probably New York.
With a $500 super chat. Listening in from set for the first 3 of podcasts this weekend. The first 3 bombs coming your way. Much love to you, brother. Also,
3 bombs.
Listen, bro.
Another 3 bombs.
I know we had an OTS VIP reach out to me. I know Relic, my boy Dustin.
Wrote the VIP.
Did the OTS intro. And he reached out to me, asking me for some help.
Oh,
wanting to get the word out about a GoFundMe page for his dad, who wasn't doing well.
Oh, bro, you're sick, bro.
Dustin reached out to me and said that the OTS family helped him out so tremendously that he was left speechless.
Oh, he's sick.
And part of that reason was also
man.
he came in big helping Dustin out with the GoFundMe.
Dustin?
And, Osakui, listen, man. I say this every time, bro. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get out to where you are. I was planning on doing WrestleMania next year, but I don't think I am.
This is Osakui.
I don't think I'm going to travel out there. But if there's an AEW show, I may actually have to come out that way, bro. I'm telling you, man. You and I and the wife and anybody else that wants to join us, man. You, your wife, me. We go out to celebrate, man. That's tremendous. I appreciate you, man. You leave me speechless every time, brother. And I hope you, your family, and everybody else is doing well. I hope the career is thriving as always, man. Awesome stuff. I don't really know what to say. Osakui leaves the OTS family speechless. He leaves me speechless.
Yeah.
Guy owns the fucking venue as far as I'm concerned, man. So thank you, Osakui. I appreciate it, brother.
This fucking piece of shit rain stops, bro.
Sidro, what does Daniel Bryan say when he wants vegetable peeling music?
Forecast is a fucking piece of shit. I hate that fucking rainy weather, bro. I hope they just go. I hope they just go away.
Sidro on that one.
The Thunder can just go away too.
Sidro, how did Charlotte win the first Raw Women's Championship?
I'm wishing them to be. I'm wishing that gone. Away from the sun as well.
Those last couple ones did hit, bro.
Oh, Sid.
Lockmaster, $1.99.
Lockmaster.
Been here since WrestleMania 33. Keep up the good work, brother. Thank you, Lockmaster.
Yeah.
Prince with a $1.99 super chat. Scissor me, daddy, OTS. You better believe it, brother.
Scissor shit.
5 for 8, Sidro. Not bad. Hollywood guy with a $10 super chat. I was watching Demon Divas podcast before I came here. She flipped when Roman celebration was interrupted. It was fantastic. What is the % chance that theory ruins Drew's dreams?
Man, don't watch the fucking video.
A high possibility. He is there in Cardiff. He may be cashing in that briefcase. He may walk out with both championships.
Maybe. Almost.
The real CJ with a $4.99 super chat. Since Braun Strowman is returning, JD, do we get to see you fall out of your chair again? OTS for life.
Yeah, wait to see. No, he ain't go do that.
Now the chair and me falling out of the chair was a one-time thing. Have fun with it. It's never going to happen again. But there will be the Strowman impression coming back. I will be making fun of Braun Strowman on a weekly basis because Braun Strowman is complete shit.
Yeah.
Sinister with a 2-month membership. JD, how about you make All Out members only on Sunday to keep the streak alive? Jesse, your tacos are good, but Thunder Roses are better. Hashtag OTS forever. Sinister, I'm thinking about it, bro. I'm thinking about it. We will see what happens.
That's why I saw chatting public on Wednesdays. I did get
Georgie with a
Mondays.
$1.99 super chat. Been watching
I
since
guess you got
2016. Love from Albania.
That's how I get to appear on that channel
Wow.
on Mondays.
We
And-
got Albanian.
Yeah. Albanian.
OTS representation, man. We got fans
Albanian.
from Albania.
Yeah,
That's a
Albanian.
first to me, bro. Georgie,
Albano,
thank you so
baby.
much, brother. Arden with a $5 super
Arden.
chat. What would you
Arden.
think if Adam Page turns on the Dark Order and lets the Elite wins the trio titles?
Oh,
It's a possibility. I don't see that happening, but it's a possibility. Cam G with a $10 super chat. Forgot SmackDown was even coming on.
Cam G.
Either way, just showing some love, JD. Thank you for always having me inspired. Hope to meet you one day, possibly in Indianapolis, Indiana, my hometown. OTS for life.
want to go to Indy?
I don't know when I'll be making it out to Indy, Cam G, but we'll see. Big Rick 77.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man, with the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on WWE returns for Bray Wyatt, Fish, and Strowman? Wyatt's coming back. I'm almost certain. Strowman's going to be on Raw. It's already confirmed. I talked about this a couple of days ago and absolutely don't want it to happen. But I talked about it the last two extras. Go check that out. And Bobby Fish, the door is open. I talked about this today in the extra. The door is always open for him to go back to AEW. I'd like to see them do
Seriously, God,
something with the
get
Elite and the
fuck
Undisputed
away
Era
from
guys, but I don't think that's going to
fucking
happen.
piece of shit.
But if Bobby Fish goes back to WWE, I could see them pairing him with Roddy, possible tag team there, or maybe just have him end up being a coach in the Performance Center. We'll see.
God needs to go fuck away.
Um,
Thunder and Rain go straight away.
Jerry Ramey with a $10 super chat. Run Lethal versus Wardlow for the TNT belt. Sabin and Shelley versus FTR. That would be a guaranteed gem.
Motor City Machine Guns from Impact. Okay. Why are they in AEW?
They're basically just merging these matches together, Jerry Ramey. I don't know, bro. It's not really all that important to me, but it is what it is, bro. You know, the fact that FTR is getting the Motor City Machine Guns makes me wonder if the plan was for FTR and the Bucks originally.
That's almost important.
Because the Motor City Machine Guns are not a joke tag team. They are they're a legit top-tier tag team.
From Impact.
Bart with a 3-month membership. Hey, JD, do you think there is a realistic shot that Clash of the Castle could be one of the best shows of the year? Hashtag OTS for life. Absolutely. This is the pay-per-view I'm excited for the most tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just because of where it is.
Yeah.
Dan from Detroit with a 2-month membership. Thank you, Dan. Super excited for tomorrow. I'd be okay if Drew beats Roman, but I also want Roman to win because I want Karrion Kross to be Roman's next opponent.
Maybe.
We will see, man. We will see. I don't know if Karrion Kross is going to be there or not. Possibility.
Maybe.
Omega Khan with an 8-month recommitment. Thank you, Omega. So much to say, so to sum it up, here's to a busy weekend and get some rest. OTS for life. Thank you, Omega.
Yep. Okay.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, Omega Con. Yes.
Jaxo23 with a $9.99 super chat. AEW Dynamite is greater than AEW Rampage.
What,
and
Jaxo?
bury Rampage, please. The show is garbage.
What?
Also, Drew might not win that title at Clash. I buried Rampage last week, bro. I think I'm all buried out.
Yeah, JD already buried that shit.
There's a possibility that Drew does not win the title at Clash of the Castle.
There's some possibilities to do something.
Edmund Van Buren with a $4.99 super chat.
Edmund?
Do you think the only reason the EVPs would win the titles is because the Undisputed Era are injured? Or the Undisputed Elite are injured?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. Dan from Detroit with a $7 super chat. JD, I agree. Tony Khan needs to worry about the quality of his pay-per-views, not the quantity.
Tony Khan needs to.
I wish that would be the case, but it is not. He's got a problem there.
Yep.
Osakwe, thank you once again, brother, for the 500 bomb. Unbelievable. Warren Stein with a $5 super chat.
Well,
Do you
Warren,
think it would be a good storyline to have The Undertaker come back as the leader of Judgment Day? No, I would not.
No.
Dan from Detroit, $2 super chat. Can
What's up,
WWE bring Adam Cole back someday? Yes, they could.
Someday they will.
He's there for another 5 years, but he would certainly entertain the idea of going back to work for Triple H. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The real CJ with a $1.99 super chat. Can we get a
Whoa.
Stupid.
Damn.
Yeah, we're gonna get that on Monday. Strowman's gonna be on Raw.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Omega Kong with a $10 super chat. If Osakwe is in LA, I hope you come down the road to Phoenix. Several OTS family members here. Beers on us. We got you out here.
Wow. Ready?
I was supposed to be invited to a wedding out in Phoenix
Yeah.
by my good friend Mike Oman.
That Mike
And
Coleman.
I did not get an invite yet. I don't know when that's happening,
Fucking
but
prick.
possibly.
Guys act like a fucking prick. He keep doing this shit.
You know, Phoenix has
every
got some
fucking-
good
doing this shit all fucking
DVD. Diners,
day.
Drive-In, and Dives places I'd like to go.
Doing this shit all fucking day.
You get a good sense for the
Fucking
food
hate that
watching
prick, bro.
Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives
Man, I fucking hate
for
that
a
fucking
specific
prick,
place you want to go visit.
Oh God! I wish it gotta go so fuck away.
Dan from
and
Detroit
vanish.
with a $2 super chat. Can we get an homage?
Every day it needs to go away and vanish.
I don't have the sound effect with me, bro. I can't do homage.
You got the sound effects. The sound effects are already in New York.
It's not going to have the same punch. Sunday night, bro. Remind me. Sunday night, when we're live for All Out, remind me in the chat
Sound
during the
effects,
super chats. I'll
sound
do it.
effects are probably in New York. JD ain't good.
I want to make sure I do it right. I don't want to have, it come off not being the way it needs to be.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm about to get out of here, man. I am
All right.
exhausted.
By the right, man. All right.
I'm tired. I probably won't get to bed for another couple of hours, but I'm tired. I got a busy day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Want to make sure I'm in tip-top shape for you guys.
Yeah, man.
And we are about to get out of here, man. We are about to get out of here. We got Clash at the Castle tomorrow. It should be a great show, man. It should be a great show.
This higher power act like
Very
a fucking
excited
prick
about it.
most of a sudden.
Thank you for a great show
hoping-
tonight, guys.
hoping
Thank you
that
for the
prick can go
generosity.
fuck
Thank
away.
you to
Rain the rain, all that shit with him.
Furious Nation. Furious
Get the
with an
fuck
11-month
get the fuck away from my
recommitment.
state.
Furious, thank you, brother. What's up,
Away
JD?
from-
Do you
away
think
from
we get
fucking-
Bray Wyatt coming back tomorrow
away
at
from the
Clash,
sun.
confronting Roman Reigns? No, I do not. I don't think Bray comes back tomorrow.
Bray ain't gonna come back.
But I could be wrong. We may end up seeing Bray Wyatt. If we see Bray Wyatt, I don't think we're getting the Fiend. I think we're getting something else.
Anything else?
Thank you for the generosity, guys. Osakui with the big bomb. Thank you, brother. As always, as always, as always. Go check out the extra, guys. Malachi. X for his AEW release. What are my thoughts on it? Go check it out. DraftKings. Download the app. And use promo code JD from NY. Use the knowledge that I have taught you. And win a share of the $10,000.
I'll save a little room.
Continue to hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Follow me on social media.
Yeah.
At JD from NY206. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Canva. Guys, I'm getting out of here.
About to go back
I need two
upstairs
things from you.
myself,
Number one, I
mate.
need those guitar emojis in the chat.
I'll be due for Deadpool again, man.
My VIPs, I need those Mustang emojis in the chat.
We'll go do Deadpool.
And I need that music on max.
We
Guys,
do-
I will see you tomorrow afternoon. We will be live inside the beer garden for Clash at the Castle.
I'll be
Until
due for
then, have a
Deadpool.
good night. And I'll see you guys later.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'll be due for Deadpool anyway. Again. We need some fucking set it out films. Gotta keep beat the shit out of me. Guys being judgmental fucking quick. That's gonna make me want to hate him. But I gotta respect him. This is the weather people. They acting like a guy act problematic. On. I'm not gonna do a next one based on